Hello!
Wow, that was loud. Hi, beautiful ladies. We're having today a different background because we had to relocate. The kids are here, and when the kids are not at school, so we had to change the room to talk to you guys.
Mostly
today.
we are downstairs, but because the kids are there, because of the COVID-19 virus,
it made us relocate.
the schools are closed till the 6th of April, so it's actually 3 weeks that they don't have to go to school. So that's why we have to move.
Exactly. So wish us luck, like in a house 24/7 with 2 teenagers. Yay! No, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. We're very blessed because we have an online business. We can work from home, so there's no problem with, sorry, I'm distracted.
Yeah, I was putting the heating a little bit lower.
So we don't have any problems with finding Kinderoppas, hoe noem je dat? Taking care
that the kids are looked after by other people.
Goodness, there's a word for that, like just daycare. We don't have any problems to have the daycare. Yeah. Hi Suze, hi Peggy.
And Susie must be at home with your daughters as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The first time you joined, I think, live.
Yeah.
Because you cannot go to work neither, Suzanne.
Oh my goodness, it's such a special time, and we thought we have to not just go on in our normal schedule, but really talk about that, because we cannot just swoosh that under the table or under the carpet. It's something we really need to talk about, and there's so much panic out there, there's so much fear out there, and we get it. It's nothing that you have to feel ashamed of if you're somebody who feels a lot of fear right now, or feels anxious about things, or gets triggered. It's a normal reaction, because it's kind of it's so new. We don't know how long it takes. We don't know what the environmental and economical follow-up will be. So we just don't know, and it can cause a lot of fear. And we want to tell you, hey, we're here. If you're having anything that you want to share with us, also in the group anytime, please just share it in the group. Please just don't try to fix it on your own. We're here as a community. That's the great thing about online communities, right? Like, even if you're isolated, even if you're, let's call it a retreat, then you still can reach out to online people, and they're as real as the neighbor lady that you're meeting normally in the street.
And it's very beautiful because of an online community, that you are able to connect to so many people without having to go out of the house.
Exactly.
I know that everybody who is watching now has followed the news, like the local news, but also global news, and it's really a big thing that is going on now. In the beginning, I had, I think many people, and there are still people who find it something to laugh about. But in the beginning, I had also something like, yeah, well, it cannot be that bad, and let's not create this collective hysteria. And I actually hung out very long in that vortex until I really got messages from Italy and Iran and also Iceland, but also the south of Holland, because my family, I'm from Brabant. That's one of the most southern provinces of Holland. There it is much worse, or it started out much worse, also because they had carnival and people were like very much close to each other. Plus, because it's connected to more countries, it's connected to Belgium and more to the south as well. So where my mom and my sis lived, it was way more lively and dangerous than here. So then I really started to think, I think it's time to really take this very serious and
not to go into panic again. It is not about the panicking. No. It's not about hysteria. It's not about like buying all the loo paper in the grocery stores.
It's about getting like the fear, which is allowed to be there totally, and the love hand in hand. Like my T-shirt is a great example.
You have to
Hello,
be big.
Darkness.
I have to.
My old friend. It's like an old song from Simon and Garfunkel. And I think it's really about this, like allowing the darkness to be there and not dwell in it, but really seeing it for what it is without bypassing it or pushing it away. And also feel your self-worth, your courage, your love, your I forgot the word.
Compassion.
Compassion. Geloof dat het gaat lukken.
Just believe in yourself.
Yeah, believe in the situation that we will work it out together. Only if we follow the rules.
Yeah.
And there are quite some rules now in Holland. Since Monday we have an almost lockdown, since today actually, because yesterday the government decided that all the schools have to be closed, all the sports centra, all the restaurants and cafes. So it's really a very good decision, and we really have to hold each other accountable as well, and hold each other responsible for creating this very safe kind of quarantined environment for everybody, because there are also people who cannot work who cannot go to school, who are going to create lockdown parties, or who are going to hang out together.
That's not what this is about.
No.
Yeah, no, this is really not what it's about. It's really about, because if you still have like kind of kids parties at home, like the kids are the ones that actually mostly don't get sick because they have a great immune system, but they are the carriers of the virus, because kids, it's very difficult with kids and social distancing, right?
Yeah.
So like, and if the kids bring it into your homes, maybe they never get sick, maybe you never get sick, but your neighbor lady who is over 70, who has a respiratory has a respiratory issue, she will get sick.
Yeah.
And it's really about taking this responsibility in this time to really do the things we need to do. And it's not about you, and it's not even about your family. It's about the wholeness, to stop that together. And we can only stop that if we stick to these rules, if we learn to wash our hands properly, if we do wash our hands properly, if we really do this lockdown, really go home for a while, and not go to do your nails, or not go to the hairdresser, and not go to all the things that are fun. I fully understand, and there are things that you have to do. It's not that you cannot do these things anymore. If you still are allowed to go on the streets, do that, but just do it like very consciously. And it's the time to set clear boundaries, to say no. If you feel safer, to wear gloves, for example, outside, don't fucking care what the neighbor thinks about you. It's about you feeling safe and you sticking to the rules. If somebody wants to hug you or give you the hand, to say no, having these boundaries up. And I know it's scary, because we don't want to be like everybody who has the good girl syndrome. It's difficult to do that, or to say no to somebody who actually wants to share love, but it's so important. We can share love differently. For example, helping out a neighbor, doing the groceries, what we, for example, also offered our neighbors. Or how can you serve the community in a way that it actually really serves, and not like I'm just going on as if nothing happened, because something has happened. We're all in it. And of course, there are also people out there say it's all conspiracy theory. And of course, it can be that it's man-made. It can be, we all don't know. But if all this would be made up, very many people would have to keep playing that lie. And it's almost impossible that this thing is made up. I think it's real. And as long as we try to just hide and pretend it's not here, it's not going away. It's getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
So we are called to step up as leaders, to take over the responsibility, to do the things that are asked of us to do. Like really, even if your government hasn't taken down everything yet, to really like just minimalize every social contact that you have, and just like turn inwards. I mean, like really do meditate, like to talk with people, do use this community. If there are fears, if there's stuff coming up for you, you don't have to handle these feelings on your own. That's the great thing. There's so many coaches online that are there, or like also these communities where you can use for free to just share these feelings, because there are many other women who feel the same way, and men, like just people out there who feel the same way.
Yeah, so I also want to ask, while we are talking, if the people who are joining this live now, maybe that you can put in short how you are seeing it, how you are feeling about it, what you are doing right now, because it's also important to share things. With that, you can also help people who don't have a clue what they have to do, for example. Somebody had a laugh attack.
I think we said something strange before I did.
Okay. This is also a place or a situation where you can focus on the beauty. Because it's not only fear, it's not only locking yourself up behind closed windows, doing the curtains down, don't seeing anyone anymore. It's also about seeing the beauty. For example, me or I, well, whatever. We have with my ex a co-parenthood, so the children are 50% here, 50% with my ex. And yesterday they came here, so they are going to be a whole week here. And since of today the schools are closed, they are 24/7 in our house. And already yesterday, but also this morning when I woke up, I also feel so much, and this may sound cheesy, but I also felt so much love because I could hang out with the kids, and nothing is expected of each other. Everybody can do their thing, but there's more place for cuddling, for just talking to each other. Yesterday, and my daughter doesn't do that so much. Yesterday, she put her phone away and she came sitting on my lap, and we hugged and we laughed, and she talked about things that she saw on YouTube. And this was really a beautiful moment. And I really think that there are so many situations and initiatives happening throughout the world to also see the beauty and to also focus on the beauty. A couple of days ago, I saw in Sicily, I think, or in Assisi, I don't know, somewhere in Italy, where people had to be in quarantine. They had to stay in their houses. You had these narrow streets. They had the windows open, and I heard like a whole choir of man voices singing a beautiful song together to stay connected. And it really gave me goosebumps while seeing these beautiful initiatives and this beautiful connection, because this is also a time that people connect more to each other. And I really hope once the virus is over that at least some people could see the beauty of this being connected in a different way than normally, and try to continue this, because it's also gold. Next to the darkness, it's also about friendship and connecting and beauty.
And because this is the thing, we're all in this together. No matter if you're a famous politician, if you're an actor, if you're super poor, if you're beautiful, if you're, it doesn't matter. We're all in this together, and we can support each other. And I also already posted it, by the way, on my timeline. If any one of you ladies has a problem with their work, or they have to put their work to online right now, and they don't know how or have issues with that, you can always reach out to me. I gladly support you there as good as I can, because obviously I have 2 online businesses, so I know some things about online stuff. You can just ask, and I will gladly give you advice and just share the knowledge that I have. Like, just let's support each other. Ask yourself also, how can you, like, first, if you're scared, if you're anxious, you don't have to do these things right now. Maybe you can. It can help to calm yourself down, like getting into action. But to really also have, like, good boundaries up, in sense of, if you're getting scared by just scrolling through Facebook or the news are everywhere, just focus on like some reliable source where okay, this is where I have to get my news, and then shut the stuff down. Don't go scrolling through all that stuff. If you feel like you're quite relaxed within yourself and you can have something to give, try something out. How can you give back? Maybe there's some, I don't know, if you have kids at home, you can draw cards and send them to nursery places for where old people live, because these old people are also quarantined, right? So they have something to read, or a drawing or whatever. You don't even need to know these people. Or you can write letters to other people, to family members that are living somewhere else. Or you can
create flyers and you put them in the
supermarket
doors or of the people in your neighborhood, so that if people are sick or if they cannot go out to do groceries or whatever, that you offer them to help. And it's really the small things. You don't have to become like a superhero, but it's really about opening your heart and connecting and trying not only to focus on you, but also trying to focus on the community.
Exactly.
And I know this is a scary thing, because all the forecasts and all the news say that you should not connect. There should be societal
disconnection,
distance.
Do that,
of course, because this is incredibly important.
Very,
but
very
still,
important.
in this societal disconnection, or I always put this word
distancing, social distancing.
You can still do things for each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also online.
Yes,
also
absolutely.
By calling.
Yeah.
Also, for example, if there are people in this group who are very anxious and who want to just hang out with me or chat or whatever, this week and also next week, if you just reach out and
yeah, you're not alone.
We see what we can do there.
We're all in this together. That's the important thing. So also, like, concerning our retreat, we also have planned a retreat in June, as you might or might not know. And for now, we just decided to put everything on ice. We are not going to enroll any new people. We're just letting the ones who are in there, but we just don't know how it's going to be, because it's going to take place in my the place I grew up in, and there's also my parents living. So I don't want to put them into any danger, because they're over 60. And I don't want to put anybody into danger. People should feel safe when they're coming to our retreats. It's very important to us. So chances are good that it's going to be cancelled or to just be postponed to a later moment in this year, or maybe next year, because we're going to marry as well. So I
hope then it will be over.
Yeah, my feeling is it will be. I don't know why. It's just my feeling. I'm not going to share it now.
No.
I have a feeling it's going to be over quite soon, but it's just a feeling. It's just some idea. I have no proof for that. So let's just focus on the good things, and not to put, like, if something's coming up for you, like, just share it. Don't keep it within. Don't try to fix it on your own. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have these fears. And it's just so much better if you have somebody to share them with. And I really want to invite you, if something comes up for you, or if you're struggling with things, share them in the group. We don't have the solution, probably, but we can be at least there for you. And maybe we have some. We can brainstorm together if you're in a tricky situation, or if you're in financial distress or whatever. So let's just help each other out there, and really be the community that we're meant to be.
Yep. And in the meantime, just take care of yourself and your loved ones. And I'm sure you have seen thousands of posts with people who are talking about, okay, what vitamins should you take? What should you do? What should you not do? What kind of herbs? I'm sure that you can find stuff. But if there is still a need for more information about that, Priska and I can give you also information about how you can treat your body. What herbal supplements you can take? We
can say, like, I think vitamin C is obviously a very important one, and a very good vitamin C, like ester C, would be great. Like, we're orienting ourselves, also I'm orienting myself at medical medium. I'm a big fan of Anthony William, and he has done so much goodness in my life and other people's lives. So a very good ester C, or just vitamin C. Zinc, a very good, like a liquid zinc if possible. Medical Medium has also recommendations, especially when you're in the States. It's very easy to go medicalmedium.com, supplements, and then you can see them. Like, zinc is super, super important. Elderly berries syrup is very good. That you can also buy there. It's not that he doesn't sell that stuff. He only has the links to Amazon, actually. But you can see which ones are the good things.
Also, lemongrass and cat's claw, he mentions. They are also good
for immune system. Yeah. But I think vitamin and L-leucine is always good to kill viruses that are within your body. L-leucine.
Yeah. What we do is we take vitamin C, L-leucine. We take zinc. We are going to start with colloidal silver, because it's a very natural antibiotic.
Sovereign silver is the best if you can get that.
But if you cannot get it, then colloidal silver is good as too.
This is what we say, but it's not medical medium. I'm trying to keep these things apart. You have to, of course, feel what is true to you, what feels true to you. So, and what else? Vitamin D we're taking.
Vitamin D drops. Yeah,
drops. I think that's what we're doing, and of course you have to feel what you want to do, and of course we're eating healthy, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruit. Like, apples are great. Like, apples are always underestimated because everybody eats. They're everywhere, but they're so good for you. Also antibacterial, antiviral. They're so good for you, for your liver, to keep you healthy.
What also is good is breath work, because of course the virus attacks the lungs, and while breathing, I have a very beautiful meditation or breath work thing by Wim Hof. He's the Iceman. I can post it later under here as well. well, it will be later because I'm actually banned from
He's banned from
Facebook for 24 hours.
I can post
but
it.
Priska can do it, and it only takes 10 minutes. If you can do that in the morning, it's like 3 rounds of deep breathing, holding your breath, because then you also clean up your lungs, and you also bring oxygen to your lower intestines in your lower abdomen, because mostly we breathe very shallow and we do not reach the part under. And if you do this Wim Hof thing, or if you can also connect to Rosalie Somogyi, because she's a breathwork queen. She teaches about sacred breathwork, like transformational breathing, and she can also give you many tips about how to do that. She's in this group. She also commented here, so you can connect to her as well.
Also, meditating, of course, helps a lot. If you can still go outside into nature, like just to reconnect, ground yourself. So helpful in these times. And there's something else that I wanted to say, but now I forgot.
EFT, that's a good one as well.
EFT to calm yourself down.
Tap yourself
into
EFT
calmness. Is so powerful. But something else I wanted to say, but it just slipped my mind. Drink, hydrate yourself, drink a lot, and just don't drink plain water. Drink it always with some lemon
or
juice.
Cucumber.
Like just some juice, because this revitalizes, gives life to the water, and our normal water is actually not really hydrating. And when you put just some drops, but mostly I just put a whole, like on 1 liter I always put 1 lemon into it, but you can also just do half of it, and it really helps so much to hydrate the body. And it's like good to drink up to 3 liters, even 4, to really keep yourself hydrated. And this also helps, if your whole respiratory system is hydrated, it's also much lesser
prone to getting infected.
Because
of course the virus also goes through your nostrils and your mouth, in your throat, and if you drink as many times as possible during the day, you keep your throat also clean and strong.
So that's what you can do. We do yoga. These are all things that you can. There's so many amazing yoga videos.
If you are married, or you have kids, or whatever, or you have a roommate, hang out together and make it the best time ever.
Yeah, and like also see the good things in it. Like I know it's scary. I know it can bring up so much stuff, but at the same time, it's also something that you can do for yourself. Finally, you have the time to turn inwards, to be with yourself, and to also look at these fears, because mostly they're very like original fears that we all have, and some more stuff can come up. So look at these things when they come up. Don't push them away, and share them. So you're not alone. That's what we want to say. And
there's lots of love.
Yes, there's lots of love.
Because there's always balance needed. So when fear comes up, like the same amount of love comes up, and if you're not able to reach that yet, work on that, because you can also reach that love, invite it into your life, and they can really be next to each other, the fear and the love.
Exactly. So we're about to do the groceries. Wish us luck. No, I'm really not scared. It's really important to not get into this hysteria, because in the end it's a flu. It's a dangerous flu because it spreads so fastly,
and because the body is not used to it yet.
Exactly, and we have to. It's our responsibility to stop it. But it's also when we really stick to the rules and wash our hands, I really think we're safe, and we can prevent these things from happening. So be safe. Stick to the rules. If you have any questions, you can always put them in the comments or into the group. We're here. And that's true.
That's true. The environment is like, yay!
Yes,
because
nature.
There are also people who say that it's like some sort of a punishment or a warning from Mother Earth.
Can be. Nobody's hearing from Greta anymore.
Resonates with me as well, because what you say, Kim, there are so many less cars and lots of flights, so there's also not so much kerosene in the air. So actually, for the environment, this is like
that's perfect.
Top notch.
Yeah, and now we see that we actually can without all the shizzle we think we need.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So thanks so much for being with us today. Like, stay safe. So much love to you and your families, and let us know how you're doing. We really, really want to support you through that. Okay, sending so much love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.